because Sam is going to win the event, and that is why he is going in the lemon category. Fuck all
Don't
that
overhype him, man.
Oh.
Sam, you're literally Frodo right now.
He is the hero.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 55 of the Gollum's Gamers podcast, where today we are back with our very final GBHL 100 preview episode of this edition, as this weekend is the GBHL League finale. I did want to just mention here at the very top of the episode that I will be live streaming the event all weekend long. So if you won't be in attendance at the GBHL finale this weekend, the 14th and 15th of December, then please do stop by the live stream to check out some of the games from the tournament at some point over the weekend. I'll be live all weekend long. I also wanted to mention that our last video, not this one here, but our previous one was actually our 100th video on the channel, which is a bit of a milestone. So I thought I'd mark the occasion by making a new intro for the channel, which you'll have just seen at the start of this video. So we have a new intro, which will be at the start of all our videos now. And on the bright side of that, we now get to see Adam falling over at the start of all of our videos. Adam, you made the cut. You made the editor's cut. So
Amazing.
You'll be there for all to see. Yeah. So I hope
Just what I wanted.
Did enjoy the new intro. That's what I thought. Yeah. So for the Spotify listeners,
Elliot, is that going to be for an entire year?
Well, until
More than that,
like
100 episodes, Adam.
I might change
100
up the clips in it, but yes, you are going to be at the start of every single video now. So it's such a typical moment, Adam. So you're there.
I did get Rafa Brunnen.
You did. So,
With a valid response.
Yeah. So for the Spotify listener, tonight I'm joined by Ben, Adam, and Ash. And as always, you can find us on Instagram and Spotify by following the links in the description down below. And if you do enjoy all of the MESBG content that we do make here, please do subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. So we don't have any stats tonight, unfortunately. We are just going to be looking at some of the lists, just with the list submission being quite late. Everyone's actually submitted their list yet at the time of recording. So just looking at some lists. And I thought we would kick things off by looking at a list which is going to be making its way to the legacies pile very, very shortly. As obviously, it's not going to be part of the new edition of the game, which is a Kharned list for the Spotify listener. So it's led by a Kharnish king on Chariot, who's leading 3 Kharnish horsemen. Then we have 3 almost identical warbands, of Kharnish chieftains on Chariot, leading 3 or 2 Kharnish horsemen, and then 2 of them have just a regular Kharnish warrior on foot. So it's the 5 chariots for 20 models. At 650 points. It's a 650 point event. It's 7 games as well, which is worth noting as well. So this particular player, Jakob, who we have shown lots of his lists on the channel previously, he won at a GBHL 100 with Kharned at 600 points earlier this year. So obviously thinks he can do some similar work at 650. So what do we think of this one?
I was speaking to Jakob. Sorry, Ben.
You go ahead.
I was speaking to Jakob at the Emergency Southwest. By the way, guys, I'm in my low, quiet, nighttime voice right now. So if you like this new voice, let me know in the comments below.
After bedtime voice.
It's past Betty Bubba time right now. And I was speaking to Jakob at the Southwest 100, and he said that although this is a meme riders list, he actually thinks that it's pretty good, and he's not taking it like just to be a meme. He's obviously taking it just to try and
won a 100 with it. So
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess the 50 points makes a little bit of a difference, but not really, right?
Much. Like I guess maybe with the GP were there. I can't quite remember with the pods, right? I'm not sure if that was like, did you get to pick the scenario or something? Like, was there like a veto in the pods or something?
No, I don't think there was veto.
Okay.
I guess like my immediate thought when looking at this list is it good or bad for Fog? Because the chariots are actually quite difficult to kill, but also because there are lots of heroes, does that make it more difficult to pick the right one? Because if you're like, there's Khandish chieftain on chariot, blue, red, purple, yellow. You just have
Yeah,
to choose
Cadbury
one
box.
at random, don't you? And then as
Yeah.
soon as he gets wind of that you're choosing that
What
one,
it
you
is, he just
dismount the
runs out.
chariot and run
Yeah.
the dude away.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also so that's just sort of. Do we think it's good or bad at fog?
You're saying for fog, sorry,
Knowing
and that's because we think fog is going to be the final scenario for the
potentially it's
seventh
going to
game.
be. Yeah, I don't know if someone wants to explain that or you want me to do it.
So essentially, so there's going to be one game from the first 6 games, one game from each pool, and then the seventh game
That was voted.
a community vote across every scenario on what the favorite scenario is currently in the game. So we believe it's going to be fog. So yeah, could this win fog last game to win the event is essentially. Now it's worth noting Jakob did win the finale last year. So did he win it?
Yeah, he did. That's
He
true.
did win
Yeah, he did win it.
So he's
Yeah.
looking to go back to back. So yeah, a little bit of a different take here, though, obviously. But yeah, I don't think it's a meme sort of, I mean, it's 50 points extra, sure. But like, I think it can still do the same. He isn't going to be running into other sorts of lists, I don't think, at 650 that this can't deal with. So
Yeah. The real thing you'd be scared of would be like compel, obviously. So double compel would be really bad. But I don't think at 650 you can get
you're
that.
going to get that. No.
No.
And like, you're not taking that. Well, you're not taking your normal list, as we will find out.
No, don't spoil the surprise.
I didn't. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, you're probably not gonna run into, double wraith. Yeah, sort of thing. Most likely. You were going to say something, Ben. Sorry, go on.
I say I know it's what Jakob likes to run, and he's very good with it. And there's also going to be quite a bit of players taking slightly unusual lists because it's the last one of the edition. So
that's it.
They're going to take something strong, but equally they might be taking something that they don't always take.
Yeah,
as a bit of a curveball, just as a one-time final hurrah.
Yeah,
I know other people have definitely thought about that when they've been writing their lists.
Yeah, so, and I guess this is a case of that as well. Obviously,
yeah,
you're not going to be able to use cards moving forward unless they do come out with sort of new, evil men.
Well, even if because they're getting legacy, aren't they? But the legacy stuff's still going to have profiles.
Yeah,
if I'm correct.
Yeah,
but that's not going to be for a while. So
yeah.
Who knows?
Might be used still potentially by tournament organisers and things. So we'll see
who knows how long that's going to be, right? So you might not even get the chance to use card again. And obviously it's a list that is expensive financially. People anybody who's invested in card knows it costs a lot of money. So maybe he's like, I spent on this money. I think chariots are good fun, which they definitely are. Yeah. Let's blow all the points I can on
Chariots, baby,
and let's have some fun.
Yeah. Any thoughts from you, Adam, on this one before we move on?
This is a great fun list. I think he spent about an hour and 10 minutes cackling when he was running over my Hunter Orcs at the GP. I think I killed 2 model. Outshot me. I ran to him. He just ran me over. Loved it. Loved it. Very similar list. It's 50 points more. So I think he's taken an extra chariot and dropped like a horseman or 2.
Yeah.
I'll work it out. But great list, great fun. And look, he's in a great position in the league. If he does well, he does well. But if he doesn't, he's going to go out with another cackle, isn't he?
Yeah, it should be like a really good event, obviously on the live stream as well, to just see some different kinds of lists, like to close out the edition. It's the final event of the 2024 GBHL season, but the final event of the edition, most likely, as well, as we would hope that most 100s, at least kind of early next year, would all be with the new edition rules. So this could be the very last event.
Yeah, I know. I know you're going to be keen to get him on the live stream, aren't you? He's going to be
yes, no, for sure. But I need to pick the right matchup, because those of you who maybe watched the Lord of the Imps live stream, I made a big mistake in the first game where I put James Goble on against Pete Harvey. And he lost in the first 20 minutes. So you've got to pick the right game. And obviously with Khan, you've got to make sure it's not a scenario
Khan is a list.
Run over his opponent. And
I think, Jakob's gone for a fun meme, but also relatively quick event, because with Khan, as Grattan said on the pod many times, you run in and die, or you run in and kill. And it's
that's it.
Your game's gonna be over really quickly.
And it was a bit of an issue on the stream when it ended in 20 minutes, because it was and an hour and 20 minutes left on the round. So I had to go and like record another game, and it was just a bit like, so
Yeah,
I'm
trying to
hoping to
fill
get him on. It's just a tricky list to work with. So yeah, we'll see.
trying to fill time for
Yeah.
like the 50 minutes between games and then having an hour.
Yeah, and then, yeah, I know it was tough, and it was literally the very first game, so it was,
You literally had to filibuster.
yeah, it was my fault, but yeah, okay, that'll do it for Jakob's canned list. Looking
Didn't-
forward to this one. Go on, Adam.
Yeah, didn't Jake Rawson win the finale last year? Because he had to win it.
No.
No, it was
Oh my
Jakob.
God, yeah, he did.
No, did Jacob came second, didn't he?
Oh
No,
no,
you're
you're
right.
right. Yeah, because
Yeah.
And then I think Jay came
Rawson had
third.
to win.
Jake,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're totally wrong.
Did Jay
Adam,
podium,
you're
Adam?
totally right.
Yeah, I think Jay came third because me and you asked Drew.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
So
that's
Jake
Which
right.
knocked us
Rawson-
both out for third.
Jake Rawson literally had to win the event to win the league.
That's
But
why
I
there was
think-
so much drama. Yeah.
Jacob won best sporting, I think.
That was it. That was it. Because I
Oh, was
remember,
that
I
right?
specifically remember Jakob going up and collecting a prize.
Many,
So
many
obviously it was-
things.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, he did.
I
Come
was obviously Rawson had to win the league.
Yeah, of course. Because when he won, I sort of went over to everyone and said, "Ross's won the league. Ross's won the league," and I didn't realize that like Will was trying to keep some like anticipation for like
Oh
the
no.
reveal, and I'd already gone round and told everyone. And yeah,
Classic.
I'll say about that. Yeah,
Classic
I was
Elliot
refreshing my
behaviour.
shanks like a madman,
yeah.
trying to work out what's going on. The whole
What's
thing had
happening?
got paused.
Yeah. There's not quite as much anticipation this year. The biggest kind of storyline going into the weekend is whether we can win the league or not. That is the biggest.
As the Gollum's get can win the team league.
We could win the league.
That would be crazy.
Some comeback.
It could happen. So
We're out of it.
Yeah.
We were out of it. and then-
Grattan needs to perform.
we need Sam, and then yeah, I'm pretty sure if like James wins it as well, though, that
Yeah, because James
so
has got one big score.
Yeah,
And
so,
Vince.
yeah, we can do it. Yeah,
Vince not there.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Vince isn't there.
That'd
So
be hard for him then.
It's Sam and yeah, it's Sam and James. So okay, we will leave there for Jakob's Khan list, and we will move on to Ben Haslam's list.
Oh, yeah.
To run through it for us, my friend.
Yeah, it's a Legendary Legion that I think is going. Helm Hammerhand with 2 captains, throw spear spam, and a load of bows. So yeah, standard.
Helm's gone.
Yeah, pretty simple. It's defense 5 army, sure. Fight 4 army, sure. But I'll have fun with Helm Hammerhand.
Double
Ben, you're taking a list to go into the new edition with, right? Because obviously Helm's going to get his own.
He's going to change though, isn't he?
That's true. That's true.
And I don't know if
But
Helm's Guard has survived, has it?
But you're kind of finishing the old edition. How you're going to start the new edition?
Yeah, he's so eager to play the new edition that he's just playing it in the old edition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only played. I think I've played Helmsguard in a couple of practice games back at Mum's house. And, he's just so much fun getting the 2 might points a turn. And I think I've only ever faced him once.
Well, I've never played against him or used him.
Well, there you go. Then he's got it.
Whose Helm Hammerhand are you using then, Ben?
I'm using my brother's very cursed pink ones.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Have you used a throwing weapon spam list like this before?
No.
Okay, I think hopefully on Friday night when we're all in the Airbnb, you need to chat to Ali about how to do it because he's obviously the master with throwing
So
weapon
what, you've
spam.
got 38 throwing spears there by my count?
Yes.
It's everyone bar the 3 heroes and the banner.
One and the bannerman. Yeah. One of the heroes has a bow.
Yeah.
It's a Ben Haslam style list because it's just big hero, spam troops.
It's an underdog list. Yeah, captain.
That second warband looks like it's come straight from Escrow.
Well, that's for divide and conquer. So they just stand there and shoot in the back whilst Helm and the other captain march up and then go 3 hero combats, off we go.
Yeah, definitely.
Always 2 steps ahead, folks. Yeah.
It's got a lot more might than I'm used to using because usually I'm used to using 7 or under. And I get 3 through on each turn.
Have a combat. Yeah. I am really curious on whether they're going to be bringing out a new mounted Helm Hammerhand model for the new mounted Helm profile in the new edition. Because I want to get it, but if they're not going to come out with a new one, then I'm going to buy this one before it goes up in price like so much for the resellers. So I'm looking forward to using it.
It's like the stock market, isn't it? Got to get in before it zooms up.
You've got to get in there quick. So I might try find one.
It's going to go up faster. Hammer hand or Bitcoin.
But yeah, Helm's Guard. Yeah, are you looking forward to using it first time?
Yeah, I usually use my list first try in 100, so why not a different list?
Goes out there. Yeah, I think there's lots of people in that boat with the last event of the edition.
Yeah.
Try something completely new, eh?
I wrote this list, and Harry Parker was like, "Oh, bring a fluffy list." I was like, "Well, I was considering this or Dale." And he went, "Well, Dale's more competitive, so bring Helm." And I was like, "Okay,
Dale's more
I was expecting Dale, but sure."
Then you have made Harry have that perception of Dale.
That's how well you've used it.
There's only one person that runs it, it's me.
Okay, I think that'll do it for Ben's Helm's Guard list. So we will move on to Sam Grattan's Corsairs of Umbar and the Serpent Horde Alliance. So it's a 46 model list at 650 points, pretty spicy, led by Dalamir. I think we've seen something pretty similar to this before on the channel at the GP preview, if you watch that. But he is leading 10 Black Nuns, 5 Arbalisters, and 3 Corsairs with Spear Shield. Then he has a Corsair Captain with Crossbow, leading 5 Arbalisters, 3 Corsairs with Spear Shield, and 2 Corsairs with Spear. And then he has Suladan on Armored Horse with the bow as well. Leading 8 Harad Warriors with bow and spear, 5 Harad Warriors with spear, and 2 Serpent Riders. So 20 bows in the list. He's really trying to get the amount of bows up there, obviously paying the points as well for the bow on Suladan. I guess you may as well hand over to the Serpent Lord himself, Mr. Ashley Walger, to break down his list. Go on.
So I'm just very happy because
terrified is what you were meant to say.
I'm very happy that Sam's taking this list because obviously we need him to do well for the potential of our team coming first in the team's rankings. But I think this is maybe one of the strongest lists he's fielded for its points value.
Baby.
This list is utterly criminal. Just the amount of crossbows. He's obviously got the best couple of models in the game in there. Suladan, Serpent Riders, and Black Numenorians. And he's got 46 models. And he's got 10 crossbows.
No magic though, so
no magic, that's true. But having all the throwing weapons, I think this is really, really strong. I think it beats
6 models being able to wrap and stuff and trap, because that's what he wants to do, right?
Well, you get the backstabber.
That's it. Yeah.
You've got the terror. I mean, terror. Sure, you don't have the -1 with the harbinger, but I think terror on its own is still good. It's more for the D6 as well.
Yeah.
I just think. Sorry, Ben.
Do you know which one is his leader? Because if we're playing Fog potentially twice.
Yeah, so Dalamir is going to be his leader.
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't sure on that, but yeah.
Dalamir is his leader because he's got Stalk Unseen, so you can literally hide him.
Yeah.
And again, he can't be targeted by stuff, and also that just allows Saladin to just rip through.
Stuff
everywhere else. He's got for Divide and Conquer. He's obviously got Suladan and Dalamir going together, and that's a massively strong block of troops there with the 6-inch banner with the terror, and then you can just chuck those 5 sticks crossbows because you've also got the captain as well, just giving out from the other side. I mean, I think it beats the sort of meta lists at 650. Arnor, it outshoots Arnor, so you have to come to it, but you're killing so many of his guys with the crossbows. It would definitely beat my Witch King Sully Mouth list. Only has like 38 models. Again, the crossbows just do so much damage.
Like anything that he's going to get to shoot in, he's almost certainly going to win, unless he's facing Blinding Light. But again, it's it's just unlikely. Jakob would be tough.
Jakob's going to love this list.
So Jakob would definitely like to play this list, but the 10 Black Numenorians do give him some defense. Guaranteed. If it was all the D4, then that's it, game over. Because he's at least got 10 D6 models.
Yeah, you can buff it
in the way to stop the chariot.
Yeah,
he could stop that initial first carnage and then trap and get backstabber. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Sam. I think this is a really good one.
Yeah, really, really strong. Like if he's going to get to sit there and shoot, even if he gets a couple turns of shooting, like even if he's
But
killing
if
four or something models, like it's just
we
going to
know the
count. It's probably
scenarios,
going to outnumber by like 20 or something, or not
yeah,
off, like which is crazy.
we know the scenarios. Destroy the supplies, shooting, really good. Laws of
Oh, sorry,
battle,
we know all the
shooting,
other
really
scenarios
good.
as well.
We know all the
Yeah,
scenarios already,
Oh, because they
so
were voted, yeah, sorry, in each,
they all
yeah. So there was a
voted. So
community vote for the seventh one, but there was also a vote for each pool on
yeah.
which.
Pick your favorite from the
Yeah,
pool.
sorry. Okay. So what
even
are the scenarios? I haven't actually looked at this.
so it's divide, fog, Lords of Battle, breakthrough, um, and then I
Also,
Whole
think
ground.
Fog was voted for
whole
that
ground,
pool, and then it could also be the seventh one as well.
point
So
seven as
like,
well.
Yeah,
you could play Fog twice. Oh,
yeah.
right.
I remember, I think two of them are banner scenarios, and three of them are really good for shooting. So this is kind of you got your hero banner, you've got your shooting. He's good for those, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's a very clever pick.
So everyone has really been able to sort of, tailor
Taylor,
to a fair amount, for this. Okay. No.
I
Any
think, I think
I'll
this is a
comments?
get.
good pick, but I'm not sure if this is going to beat Isengard, is it?
What would you get? Horizon Guard at 650.
14
We get
crossbows, one ballista, Vrasco, Goroth, and
14
Find out.
crossbows, one ballista.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
yeah,
will
that's
find
pretty
out
I
good.
very
think that's what
shortly.
that
Yeah.
there might be a list coming up soon, Ash.
There will be.
Oh,
Another
fantastic.
Gollum's game. I might be taking his old
There
favourite.
will be.
No,
Yeah.
we get to see the fun then. Okay.
Yeah.
so I think this is a good list, but I'm just concerned it gets outshot by actual shooting lists, like blinding light lists or the Isengard. Isengard at 650 is just so strong. Um, yeah, sort of Lorien probably doesn't work so well at 650, but if it comes up against this, it'll
Well, I'm
outshoot it.
thinking, what blinding light are you? I don't think you're going to see any blinding light. The only thing that
Yeah, I'm
you
not
have,
sure about
I
that.
think you might see AOL, but still, that's not the best at
And I think
650.
a couple people who may have taken AOL, I know are not taking AOL. So
Okay.
So just to confirm, I'm on the event page now. It is hold ground, destroy the supplies, divide and conquer, breakthrough, Lords of Battle, fog of war, and one scenario has an overwhelming plurality for the seventh final scenario. And if you look at the pie charts, it's
yeah,
most likely going to be fog.
yeah,
So you consider playing that twice.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, I do like this pick from Sam though. He's been kind of towards the
Yeah.
end of the edition. He's been getting a little bit burnt out, and he's needed something else. And this is one of his tried and trusted lists that he does enjoy playing. I think more than
Yeah.
others. So it's good that he's brought it out for the final event. Love to see it.
Yep.
I think we
It's
will.
got a chance. It's a very good list.
Yeah, we need him to come out with the dub here. So we will be rooting for him on the live stream for sure. So we will move on from Sam's list to here we go.
No way.
The surprise of the
Nobody,
century. Let me hand over
nobody
to
could
Mr.
see
Ward
this
here.
coming. This is outrageous. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am taking a Fiefdoms Rohan combination for the finale.
Combination.
So we have a crazy Angbor the Fearless as my leader. I've then got 9 man-at-arms of Dalamroth and 6 Knights of Dalamroth. I've then got Dwin here with 5 Blackroot Vale Archers, and I've got 5 more Blackroot Vale Archers with Spear, and then another 3 man-at-arms of Dalamroth. I've then got Gambling with his rule standard and a horse. I've then got 3 Royal Guard on foot, 2 Rohan Outriders. I've then got Dernhelm and 2 Royal Guard with horses.
I like the Dernhelm pick before she skyrockets in points cost in the new
Well,
edition.
I think Dernhelm might be the best value for points of any model in the game.
Yes, crazy.
And I wanted to use the model before it got nerfed.
75 points for a mounted 4 attack on the charge. Like,
Yeah.
it's just crazy.
It is so good.
Yeah.
So
And
the
with
little
Gambling's
gimmick,
banner as well. It's just
Gamling's
unreal.
banner, you've got the little gimmick here of when Blackroot Vale Archers stand still, I think it's within 6 inches of doing here, they get 3 on 1s to hit. They already hit on threes, so you're hitting most of the shots. Then, if you call a heroic shoot, you also get to re-roll all of your failed to wounds.
Yeah.
So what you do is you call a heroic shoot with Mary's might point infinitely, because then you regen it with Gambling's banner.
Yeah.
So you kind of get the betrayer effect of re-rolling all failed to wounds.
That one little.
And you're shooting first.
Yeah, first as
and
well.
you get to shoot first
So
as well.
that little like if you play a D4 list, or not even just a D4 list, but like a list that has D4 in it, it's actually really good. Like you think, oh, it's 10 bows, but like if you're doing that every turn with the heroic shoot, it can do a lot of damage. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I've been torn apart by it a couple of times.
So I've always wanted to use fiefdoms, because back in the good old days of Lord of the Ring, I had 24 foot Knights of Dalamroth, and they were like one of my favorite little battalions to run around in War of the Ring. And then when War of the Ring kind of got cold by Games Workshop, I sold them all except for one dude, and I've been looking at this one Knight of Dalamroth that I just must have forgot to sell in the packet.
It's funny. I've been looking at the same one of mine for like
He's got one
years.
Well.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna play these guys, and thankfully Harry Parker reached out to me and was kind of asking me the same thing, like, can we get you to mix up your list for the finale? And I was like, hell yeah, absolutely, let's do it. And he said,
what was Harry reaching out to people then, trying to?
Yeah,
really? He asked me if I wanted to use a theme list for the finale, and I was like, that is an awesome idea. I love that from you, Harry. So
love that from Harry.
I was all totally on board. And then I've managed to source basically most of these models, most of the fiefdoms models, because I've got Gambling and the Royal Guard and stuff. And yeah, I'm just really excited to use something completely brand new. I think even if the shooting doesn't go perfectly, I've still got a pretty good punch.
List. Yeah, with some
pretty good punch with 40 models. Dernhelm and 2 Royal Guard on the charge. That's pretty good. Gambling still on the charge. Pretty good. Got my hero banner for there's only one banner scenario, destroy the supplies, but I've got my hero banner, make that really good. I've also got fearless, because obviously Angborn makes all the fiefdoms troops fearless, and then I've got the Royal Guard, which are also bodyguards. So
this man's cooking.
I think it's pretty. I can't take full credit from cooking. It was a list that we all like chatted about on the way up and back from Sterling, as obviously we had so much time. So shout out to Farmer, James, and Grattan for helping me craft this in the Mine Palace.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm keen to hear your thoughts on it.
Can he make do with less? That is the question. That is, what you're.
That is part of Harry's challenge, right? It's like, rather than taking the uber competitive lists all the time, can you still, like, imagine I win the finale with this list, then it's like that's totally.
Aussies are yelling at their screen right now, because that is the entire sort of premise of their gaming culture, is that it's about trying to do the best, without taking the best thing. Yeah. So
isn't that Ali's philosophy though?
Yeah, that is. So to be fair, the Aussies copied it from Ali. So yeah. But no, I do really like it. Yeah, kind of the collection of heroes. They're all sort of like, in the nervous like tier. They're sort of like
I've got so much might as well. I've got 10, and then infinite might with Gambling.
Yeah.
It's like the Divide and Conquer. I'm marching all over the place. I don't even care.
If only you got 2 free mites a turn though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. You've won up to me there.
And with Dern here, like, because you do usually only get like, a couple turns really to heroic shoot, because like, are you going to invest too much of your might into spending on the heroic shoots, where you can just spend as much as you want really, so you're not kind of limited in that sense. So yeah, try and get as much value as you can, and then hope to outnumber by a fair chunk, and then so you'll fight 4 everywhere, because the men-at-arms are fight 4 base, aren't they?
Yeah, so the men-at-arms, excuse me, sorry, the men-at-arms and the Knights of the Lamroth will fight 4, the Black River Vale fight 3, and only Courage 2. So it's really important
crappy. Like the only thing they do is their shooting, really, isn't it?
Yeah, they're fight 3, Courage 2, Strength 3, D4, but they've got Fearless, so it's okay.
And you do have 5 of them without spear as well, so they'll be at the front. But obviously, that's something which maybe he's testing himself here for the new edition because we're going to have no more, bows at the back, right? You're going to just have to have a block of archers.
The way I'm kind of thinking of it is having that block of archers almost like the same effect as like a bolt thrower has, so you can force your opponent to.
Yeah.
They're not going to run at the Black Root Vale archers, especially when I've got the free hero shooting every time. So they're going to go away from them. So maybe I can manipulate the sort of
the only thing
control.
with that, though, is that in order to do that, you are going to have to keep Durnhir, Gamling, and Durnhelm with the bows as long as you want to do that for.
That is true, but so one march, and the guys are going 15 inches,
Yeah.
So
yeah, I like it. Any thoughts from Adam or Ben on this one?
It doesn't like fighting crossbows with the shooting. Even though you've got the rerolls because they're killing you on 4, so 4s by 4s. It's better than 3s by 6s, rerolling 6s. Having done this game with Wiggins, over many, many turns.
See, what happens is I just roll more 6s, so it'll be okay.
Yeah, you totally will as well.
But usually crossbows come with a ballista, don't they? So
there is that as well.
Ping your shooters back or ping Gamling back, or so it doesn't. So against Sam's list or an Isengard list, it might struggle somewhat. Your shooting might be less than you think.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking when me and Sam were talking about the matchup specifically against him, and I think the shooting war could go okay because he's only got the 10 crossbows. He's also got 10 regular Harad bows. So it just depends how well those first couple of turns go to see who's shooting sort of spirals more.
Yeah, you're both probably calling a heroic shoot that first turn.
Yeah,
just to see.
To see.
Definitely.
Yeah. And like if you say you lose like 4 of your bows, like
that's really sad.
Let's say you don't kill too many either, like an average amount, then you don't have much.
I still think my best option is to try and outshoot it rather than march towards it.
Yeah, because then
so it's still kind of like that's my only option.
You put your egg in that basket. So yeah.
Have you got any thoughts, Adam?
Yeah, I think this is a really fun list. You've just got so many outs, right? So got good shooting, got gambling, so got the banner VPs on a decent hero who's not your leader. You've got Durnhelm with a little outflanking force breakthrough, or for grabbing that objective and fog. It's just so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, I think it's pretty good for divide and conquer because Durnhir and Durnhelm on one flank, and then Angbor and Gamling the other side, right?
Yeah.
So you've got good shooting on one side, you've got good block on the other, kind of, and then you've got Durnhelm to run towards.
Yeah,
my other lemon thing that I want to do is have Angbor in a fight with 2 pike supports, and then hope to roll that natural 6 so that he gets his 2-handing for free because he is fight 5, so he's actually pretty good in combat if he rolls the 6 to win.
I'm sure that'll happen pretty consistently for you throughout the event, actually.
Because he's only I think he's only D5 as well. I think he's 5 D5. So if he loses a fight, he'll get
and he's 2 wounds 1 fate as well.
He is 2 wounds 1 fate.
He's 2 wounds 1 fate.
So it's kind of like, do I just keep him behind the line the whole time as like a fearless boy, or do I?
Chuck him in, mate. You'll be fine.
Just chuck him in, he'll be fine.
He's got 1 extra wound compared to the leader you always take. So if anything, you're like 100% more durable, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah. There's a silver lining. Yeah. Okay. I think that will leave it there for Ash's Fiefdoms and Rohan Alliance. You do love to see it. So we will move on to Ali King's Theodred's Guard list. So another Rohan Legendary Legion we are seeing here before it is no longer to be in the new edition. So it's led by Theodred on horse with shield, leading 4 Rohan Outriders, 4 Warriors of Rohan Helmingus, with shield and throwing spear, 4 Royal Guard with throwing spear, and a Warrior of Rohan with banner. Then he has Grimbold, leading 3 Outriders, 3 Helmingus, again with shield and throwing spear, and 3 Royal Guard with throwing spear. Then he has a Captain on horse, leading the exact same warband. And then we have Elfhelm on horse leading 2 Royal Guard on horse with throwing spear. So I can't actually see how many models that is. Can you guys
37.
See? 37, yeah. And he said he's not 100% sure it's going to be exactly this list. It could be slightly different. I mean, I'd personally like to see it get up to 38 models. I think that'd be a really good place for it. I don't quite know how he does it though. Drop the horse on the captain. I don't know. Or you go down to 36 and you like upgrade something, but I don't know. Yeah, what do we think on this one?
This is his league winning list, isn't it? From
Well, he did. Yeah, I'm not
3 years
sure.
ago.
Like, did he have like a preferred sort of points range with it? Was it this sort of points level? Or
He thinks 650 is really good for Theodred's Guard.
Okay.
Because this is one of the ones he was toying with for Ardacon, I remember.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And I like it, it's a solid list.
I just having 4 heroes always feels good, especially at this few points levels.
Yeah, it's quite low for obviously they are quite cheap, but yeah, it's more my like you can have more
They all hit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well.
because he's got 10 of the strength 4 guys.
Yeah.
Piercing to strength 5 if they need to. That like this probably also doesn't like crossbows. I mean, as if there's a pattern here, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is super good fun as well.
Yeah, Theodred just hits mega hard. Like Ash's Ali's used him so much, so he's very familiar with kind of how to get the most value out of him, and to limit the sort of disadvantage with him having to be able to charge and all that sort of thing. So, and yeah, obviously, being fearless is really good. Obviously, I'm not sure maybe how much terror you see at 650, like Witch King Sully.
You might want it if you break, or when you want it, you suddenly want it.
Yeah.
Elfhelm's a really good pick for Fog because he's got the defense, so he can sit at the back.
Yeah,
and be that move caddy and the defender.
Yeah,
something comes through, so he'll get those 3 points for protect.
Isn't Elfhelm the epic throwing spear guy?
Yeah, he's the throwing spear guy.
Has he got
so he can also just
might? Is he 3 might?
I'm pretty sure he is.
I think he's 3 might.
3, yeah.
But so like that re-rolling all failed to hit, all failed in the ways and stuff. He's just like, oh, there's my target. Sure, I'll score back. Yeah, I'll take a throwing spear at him.
I'll take him.
Oh yeah, I'll just re-roll that because I missed. Oh yeah, I'll just re-roll that. Oh yeah, just might it.
And obviously all the throwing spears as well. So, and he will keep on kiting and throwing for as long as
this will outshoot a lot of lists as well. And 10 bows, 22 throwing spears plus Elfhelm. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Getting those throwing spears in before the new edition. Very nice.
Yeah. And just keeping the model count up while having the 4 heroes is really nice. Like it's got a high model count, and having the 4 heroes is really good. So it's very experienced. So hopefully, I think we need either Sam or James to win, and then I'm pretty sure we need someone else to come like second.
I think it's the other one of them. Sam and James.
No, I think even if like you, Jay, or Ali come second, I think
no, because myself and Jay, we've got 199 between each. Ash has got 2.
I thought both of your second scores were like 98 or something.
No, it might be 98.
I think so I think it could be that extra 2 points or like 2 and a bit. I haven't worked out exactly, but it's close. But I think it might be enough for Ali. But yeah,
I can't remember what Ali's second score is.
Yeah, tie as well. Like you, him, and Jay all have a very similar second score.
No, Ali must have a good score because he's got 4th in Ardacon. It's like 98.
Oh, that's true. His is the least.
It's going to be high.
So it's got to be Sam and James.
Yeah. So Theodred's Guard. We'll see how Ali does. He knows what he's doing. He won the league with this list. So okay, we will move on to a Minas Tirith list here. A little bit of a rogue pick from the player, or a little bit of a more relaxed pick from this particular player. So it is led by Boromir with the banner on horse with shield, who's taking 4 range with spear, 3 warriors Minas Tirith with shield, 4 guard of Phantom Court with shield, and 1 warrior Minas Tirith with shield spear. Then he has very similar warbands to those, with maybe 1 more or less ranger or warrior of Minas Tirith, and he's only got 2 guard of the Phantom Court in both of these warbands as well. And one of them, he has a knight as well with shield. And those warbands are led by Kyrian and Madril. So big boss, 2 cheap, 3 might heroes for the 3 heroes in total, 38 models, 650 points. So Minas Tirith sit their block and try out grind stuff with Boz, I guess, hoping not to play much Magic.
Do we know who this is?
This is Mr. Dave Farmer's list.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen Dave's probably one of the only players I've actually seen use Kyrian.
He's good.
I like him. He's
Yeah,
5 points strike.
Yeah.
He's got good courage as well, I think, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So he gets +2 when he's trying to take courage test.
That's
So
it.
he goes up to courage 6.
To charge.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Is it courage 7 or courage 6?
I think it's
+2, but he'll also have the army bonus, won't he?
Yeah, so it's +3.
So it's
I think
essentially
it's courage
+3.
7.
yeah, when
he charges up in terrifying.
Yeah. So, but I guess did he maybe know that you weren't going to be taking Witch King Sully? Ash, he's like, oh, I'm going to play Ash's Magic.
Probably.
You maybe drop that in the card.
I guess also it's using Boromir's banner for the last time because Boromir's banner changes, and
well, it's still there. It's just not there. It's the last time you'll be fighting 5 minutes Tirith.
Yeah. I think it's good fun. Having Madriel, you've got 12 might, Boromir being a super Chad.
Yeah, just running around, killing everything.
Yeah, this list does it struggle with shooting a little bit, but not really.
It's okay. I guess it's kind of the same as Sam's, where he's got like some weak stuff, behind, and he's got D6 in the front, right? So
yeah, but when Boromir's around and there's no magic to stop him,
he's just having a fun time. So how do we think it does with the scenarios? Minas Tirith, it's sort of a pretty solid all-round sort of list, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, having Bog twice, that's great for Boromir, being his leader, being worth no points.
Yeah. Yeah, he has the might to burn, to try and get things done. Go on, Ben.
I'd say this is kind of an unusual position as well for Farmer as well, isn't it? Because he's after the big prize of winning the league, and unfortunately he's not made it this year. So this is almost much as he'll want to win the individual tournament, it's more of a free hit for him, so there's less riding on it.
Yeah.
Because his ultimate aim is sadly out of touch for him. So he can possibly go for something that isn't as optimized as he would maybe normally take, but it's still very good. A bit like Jakob's done.
Yeah.
Had the league still being up for grabs now, he might have taken something different.
Yeah.
It also falls into the themey aspect of the event this year as well.
It does. Is this potentially the last time we see a Minas Tirith list not with Boromir and Faramir together?
Yeah, hot take. Faramir is
We're
better
going to
than
see
Boromir in
them
the new edition.
together all the time now. Who knows? But yeah, okay, I think that will do it for Dave's list. So we shall move on to the Isengard list that we referred to earlier, Mr. Walger. So 39 models, very tough there. Obviously, classic Isengard, so it's led by Lurtz with Shield, who's leading 4 Orcs with Crossbow, 9 with Pike, 1 with a Banner, and 1 Crebain, very mobile. Then he has Gorolf leading 2 Orcs with Crossbow and 4 Orcs with Spear. Vrasku leading 6 with Crossbow and 6 with Pike, and then a Ballista as well. So 39 models, obviously 2 of those plus the vet, so 3 of those are with the Ballista. So it's really 36 models at your battle line kind of thing. You've got the Crebain as well. A few Orcs chucked in there, but you've played something like this a number of times, haven't you, Ashley? This exact list, I'm sure, against Jay.
Yeah, so this list gives me nightmares. This is so for the 100 that we just played, the emergency Southwest one, I went back to my roots and took the Malthus Sauron, but I didn't play any crossbows, so it was all good. However, this list is the reason why I've taken the Shadow Lord for like half of this year.
Yeah.
Because it's just, if you don't have a Shadow Lord or Blinding Light, you get bullied. There's nothing you can do about it.
And Jay knows that as well. He knows if he doesn't see Blinding Light, he is loving it. He's having a great time. Yeah. But I mean, we've looked at his Isengard's lists sort of like this many, many times.
I think
so many different points levels.
I reckon Ben spoken to Jay the most about it. Oh no. Ben's
Jay's words were, I don't know what I want to take. Actually, I can't be asked thinking. I'll take something again. I went, is it going to be Isengard, mate? He goes, yeah, probably. Actually, I can operate that with a hangover, so yeah, definitely. I was like, is it the same list? Yeah.
Jay just doesn't have enough time to actually come up with a new list, so he's
too busy being a hero.
I am glad this list is going in the new edition because my Crebbane has no bears left on the tree, and he borrows my Crebbane every single tournament, and now it's just a tree. So it needs to rest to get glued back together again.
He just slowly breaks it.
Let it rest now. Let it rest. Yeah, but he's used it a hell of a lot. I mean, he's won multiple 100s with Isengard. Multiple 100s, right?
Yeah.
He's won Insta West twice, and then he's won others as well, I think, at some point. Yeah, so... at 650 again, like it will do super well in all the scenarios. Good model count. All the heroes are just really, really solid all round. So we may get this one on the stream. Jay wasn't at not on the stream Lord of the Imp, so it would be good to see the Isengard list. I've been trying to get it on the channel for a back rep, but we haven't managed to do that yet. So maybe at the finale live stream we will get Isengard on for the last hurrah for this edition. But okay, we will leave things there for Jay's list, and we will move on to the final list. A little bit of a boring one here, but I thought,
whoa, this is exciting.
This
is my personal favorite.
It's a trip down, the memory lane, the meta memory lane, as it were, for this edition. Is this the last time we see the Dragon Emperor? Maybe he'll be absolutely terrible in the armies of who knows? But they have sold a lot of them, so yeah, who knows? But it is the host of the Dragon Emperor, Legendary Legion, who is leading 18 black dragons with pike and shield. Then he has 2 captains. One of them's leading a cataphract drummer and 9 Easterlings with shield, and the other's leading 3 Easterlings with shield and 7 with pike and shield. So 41 models, 650 points. So big old Easterling pike block. Double captain, no shield, Ben, on either.
I know, I told Rawson not to take the shields.
You will be
this is my identical list to Ardacon. Naked captains are the way forwards, certainly in the Easterling list. This is the best 50 points you'll ever spend.
They are really good. Well, only when you can get fight 5, Easterlings behind them, though, right? That's,
Yeah. Well, they're only fight 4 captains, but you can pierce, you can 2-hand with them. You get 6 dice to win the fight.
Yeah.
Oh, dunk.
In the Legion, yeah.
Have we got maybe a consistent theme here that Rawson can also operate this list with a hangover? Thus is what he's thinking.
We'll put that to the test with him. We'll force him out on Saturday too.
Well, I saw that he did have some other lists that he was considering taking, and those were a lot more themey and fun than this one. So, considering that he has won the league, I'm not sure what the decision making process was with taking Emperor.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to ask him because
yeah.
I've heard from people who play Emperor that it's not the most fun list to actually operate.
Like playing it.
Oh, you do? Why do you like operating it then?
Well, I think it's got different tricks to it that is not what's normally expected. So you have to operate usually differently, and the skill in the list is using the Emperor correctly. Because a lot of people just bonk in behind the lines, and then you go, actually, it's not that good. Like the Emperor needs to be involved, but he also needs to be involved specifically in certain locations. As soon as he is involved, your battle line becomes longer, so you can start doing the wrapping rather than being wrapped yourself, because it is actually quite a short battle line.
Yes.
And then knowing what to charge and like when to dismount the Emperor and not, because a lot of people just go, I'll dismount it for the objectives, but actually you can make more plays with that. Than just dismounting for objectives.
You can drum your Emperor around as well. Like you leave your drum really far back, and then you can move your Emperor around really far and stuff. It's really good.
I think
only the pikes as well, and moving those further. It's good.
I think you've hit a really good point there, Ben, because when the Emperor gets into combat, you're in trouble. But if you can sort of stop that from happening, you can have an okay time against it.
Yeah, so
there's definitely a skill in it.
Yeah, when this one plays Farmer's List, or should it play Farmer's List with Boz, that's going to be a really interesting matchup because the Emperor will need to be in the army doing work to break through that fight 5 phalanx.
Yeah.
Like Boz's. But it doesn't want to be near Boz because Boz can beat him.
Yeah. Otherwise, what does this list do against that Minas Tirith one? Like, you literally just have 2 captains and your pipe block, and that's it. And you're just going to die to Boromir. Like, he'll just combat every turn and just kill the whole list.
Yeah, as I say, it's not the usual kind of tricks of, you've got magic, you can compel stuff around, you can move stuff around. Your opponent gets to do whatever they want to do. This list does not stop your opponent. So your opponent can bring all their big heroes they want, and this list does not stop it. It doesn't say you can't play with your fun.
Yeah.
What it does, it says, I've got a hard problem for you, now have to deal with this hard problem.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So who knows? We may see this one on one of the top tables this weekend over on the live stream in Mr. Jake Lawson's hands. But yeah, any thoughts, Adam, on this one? This is the final time we're going to talk about the host, the Dragon Emperor Legendary Legion, on the podcast. It's only about the 30th time. You must have takes flowing right now.
To be honest, actually, I haven't seen it in a while. I think it was so taken earlier this year that it was sort of a gentleman's agreement that people wouldn't take it
I know who that was.
So yeah, it's actually, I don't mind seeing it again. I think it's nice to see it again, wave goodbye, cheerio, and yeah, we move on.
We'll see how it is in the new edition. Yeah, okay. But,
yeah, I do like the heroes though, because the hero captains, they get the 2 rerolls plus the 2 pikes behind.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So looking at 6 attacks, pretty good.
Yeah, we will leave it here for the host of the Dragon Emperor list, and we will move on to the final tier list of the edition, folks. We're here. We made it. The final tier list. Again, Mr. Ashley Walker in the bottom category because
why? I literally the last event I played in, I won. I had 100 points. I can't beat the.
When was the last time you lost, Ash?
This is poor. I can't remember the last time I lost.
You didn't lose in Sterling, did you? You won every game there.
No.
And they're the last 2
for at least 14 games, guys. Come on, I can't beat.
You know what? This man actually totally made the pod at the absolute last moment tonight to bring you guys this outstanding MESBG content. So it is shocking from me that he is the wrong category. I can only...
You must have some more ideas.
I'm all out of ideas. I'm
Tottenham Hotspur.
Who
throwing away a 2-0 lead. Let's go football.
What can we think of from the new edition that's been absolutely KO'd?
Army of Thraw.
Whoa. I'm painting Army of Thraw right now.
Adam's in pieces right now.
I say you've got me and Adam. We're both sad that Army of Thraw it was a fairly average list and it's not better.
I'm going to put Army of Thraw there right now just to make Adam
everything has been gassed in Army of Thraw.
It has. It's sad, isn't it, Adam?
The Warriors are more expensive. The Grimhammers have the 2-hand, and you can't even take that many of them. All the heroes have gone up by 10 to 15 to 20 points. It's like,
and everyone else has got more expensive, and they've had their fight values go up. So your Army of Fight 4, which was fairly average, is now fairly poor.
You dwarf boys. Okay, so we will kick things off. Ashley, I hope you feel better now about the arrangement.
I do. I was very upset by that.
So if you are, if this is the first time watching one of our tier lists, the final one of the edition, how they work. If you are the very best list, you aim to be in our lemon category, and then descending down from there, our categories are enabled: silly, nervous, dog, and then this week, Army of Thraw. So we will kick things off with Mr. Ben Haslam's list, as neither Adam or I are going to be at the event, playing that is. Ben Haslam's Helmsguard list, where do we think it belongs?
Silly, nervous.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where it should
Silly,
be.
nervous Helmsguard at 650?
Yeah.
It's pretty...
I think it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but not outstanding.
Not outstanding.
I agree with that.
Yeah. But also the way you play it, Ben, I think it...
That's to be decided.
Well, you have 2 captains, you're just undefeated.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sam's Corsairs and Serpent Horde list.
I'm going to go ahead and put this in the lemon category.
Strong words there, Ash.
I think Adam's going to disagree, but I'm a hype man, and Sam is going to win this event.
Do we just need to try and build up Sam here and just give
no? Because what is it? Usually when we slate someone's list, that's when it does well.
Better. It does.
So we need to put Sam at the bottom, don't we? Because we want to do well.
Here I come, boys. What time to slate? I think Sam is a perennial triathlete, competing constantly at high altitude. And what he does is he always brings an interesting list, which he sees something in, and then just gets either horrendous luck or
He does get horrendous
just
luck.
everything goes wrong, or he plays James Goble. And the combination of all those things means that he often doesn't get to probably where he should.
Mm.
I mean, you always get players who you think, wow, they're consistently doing really well, but wow, okay. Sam is not that. Sam is one of the best players I've ever played, and he constantly doesn't quite get there. And I think finally he's taking a list which could get there. But I just think the amount of D4, he's going to come up into some really tough games against Isengard. I just can't see him winning. Against, maybe even, you're right. Maybe AOL's not coming, but some of those throwing spear lists that we saw.
Yeah.
If you're at 24-inch deployment, I don't know how many scenarios there are like that. But even just with a march up and then that, all those throwing spears, they call it a heroic shoot or whatever. The throwing spears can do serious damage to D4. And over the D3, sustained... Yeah, exactly. D3 even. Oh my goodness, even worse. So
none of that damage. None of that damage.
The Arbalesters are actually defense 6.
Yeah, but what about the rest of the army?
Yeah, it could break you without going for the Arbalesters.
None of that damage is going to actually take place against Sam this weekend, though, because Sam is going to win the event, and that is why he is going in the lemon category. Fuck all that.
Don't overhype him, man.
He is going to win the event.
Adam, that was a little spiritual rant, to be fair. I
really hope he does, but
sorry to break
I
it
don't know. It's about time his luck flipped.
Game 7 on stream, he's going to win the 100, and the Gollum's gamers are going to win
against James Goble.
Do we know what James has taken? Or have I just missed it?
No. So James did not send me his list in true James fashion. So he even knew he could send me his list, but chose specifically not to send it. So that's just James being James. So
I can just imagine his thought process.
James.
Oh, I was like, to send Elliot.
Yeah,
no, fuck it.
Yeah, he had a yes or no button, and he just pressed no. So fine. So Sam to win the event, confirmed.
Let's hope so.
Okay.
All that high altitude training.
We will move on to Jay's Isengard list.
Lemon.
Above Sam.
Would be lemon.
Yeah, above Sam.
Surely. Above Sam.
Yeah, it's tried and tested.
It is. And Jay is just too lemon with the list, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
Mr. Ashley Walker.
I think mine's better than yours, Ben.
I think mine's better than yours.
We've got to have
a standoff.
And
Adama,
Adam,
come on, tell me, mate. What do you think?
You guys just sound like a load of year threes arguing at break time.
Oh, it's just like being at work.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep them in check here, Adam. I need your help.
He said that.
I think the Haslam's list is better.
No.
I think, if I'm honest, I was kind of going the other way. I was leaning more the other way. I was just, yeah.
I like the creativity of Ash's list. But numbers-wise, is how many models you got?
Ash has got more models.
Got 40.
I thought it was 37 and 40 the other way. Okay.
I've got 42.
Sorry, I thought you had 37. Oh, sorry.
No, I've got 42.
Slightly less. Oh,
yeah, I don't know why we're thinking 37. That must be.
Sorry, that was
that's Ali's.
Ali's list.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So they're saying, and Ash has got nothing to do with Helm.
Throwing spear spam as well. You got the throwing spear spam. You've got.
Your reply? Don't help fight.
Don't fight 5.
Oh.
How long is she going to have a horse for?
It's a tough one.
How long is a Phil Hamham going to have his horse for with my shooting?
He doesn't need one. He's strength 5+1 to roommate.
He's killing either way.
Free combat.
Free combat. It's Ellendale. I am going to say I'm going to have the final decision as host because I feel bad for having Mr. Ashley Walker.
This looks like it's going to go well for me, Ben.
As the bottom category. I am going to put Ashley above, but I would not be surprised if Ben's list did better now that I know who's actually has more models. So, sure. we will leave it at that. I'm just trying to make Ashley happy. So yeah. We will move on to Ali's list. Thedra's Guard. Helm's Guard, Thedra's Guard.
So I would have said this was better than mine.
I would say this is better than mine as well.
But it's definitely better than Ash's.
So this doesn't really work then.
Get back down there.
So
all right, let's go. I made him happy for a moment, so now he's happy.
See, I think
put him back right.
Ali's list is better than yours, Ben.
Yeah,
I still think I'd beat Ali's list. I mean, I know that's not how the rankings work, but I still think I'd beat Ali's list. But put Ali at the top of City Nervous, that's fine.
Put Ali at the top, yeah, because I think it's better than both.
And then James, as he hasn't submitted your list,
he can go out with draw, which means Ashley is not the bottom list this week. So I guess that should make you happy in some respect as well. So, and I will put myself at the top of Lemon because I'm going to run a very lemon stream this weekend. So on that note, make sure that you stop by the GBHL League Finale live stream this weekend, 14th and 15th of December. The 15th being my birthday. I'm going to be streaming on my birthday all day long. So come by, say hello.
Everybody spam the chat with happy birthday all day. Someone get a bot to do it. Just
yeah, just constant. Any closing comments on the tier list? I guess the edition as well. This is the final video we will put out in the current edition of MESBG.
Are we not doing this end of season review?
But that will be in the new edition of MESBG.
I'm looking to share my spreadsheet.
I want to share my spreadsheet as well.
This will be the very
Where's
final
the spreadsheet one?
The new edition comes out in like 4 days. You know, this is the
wow.
We have one. I have one sentence. Rest in peace, orc trackers. They are ghosted.
Now, make sure you check out also as well next week a very lemon bat rep coming out where there is some epic tracker luck. Ashley, you will love to see this one.
It always happens. It always occurs.
It does. Yeah, it's very, very lemon. But yes, we have done many of these previews throughout the edition so far. So I'm not sure how many Witch Kings we will see being the top leader in the new edition. You know, will we see 22 Witch Kings again? I'm not sure we will. Seems
One can hope.
Yeah, I hope not as well. For viewers' sake. But yes, we will have obviously plenty more previews and a lot more content coming out once the new edition drops. We'll have reviews of the books and all that sorts of thing. But yes, really do hope to see everyone at the live stream this weekend. But I think that is going to close out for this one. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching another episode of the Gollum's Gamers podcast.
Yippee!